What is going on, guys? This is Virtual Gaming with my review of Bloodlet Episode 3. And I just gotta say, Wolf is a badass character because at the beginning of the episode, he was already taking over a territory. And then later on, we find out that most of the Western region is already under his control. So Wolf is definitely putting in work. But I gotta say that these animators are definitely having fun with some Fumi fan service because in the episode we definitely got a lot of it. So right after that, we see Hydra Bell and Staz arguing, and of course, we see them out to fight. And like me, I'm thinking that Staz is going to like totally, whip her butt. But then we see Staz back in the demon world, and he's just like knocked out, or in some kind of like dazed stun. So it turns out that a Hydra Bell, she made a doorway that can redeflect his attack. So he basically took himself out. So of course we see Hydra Bell, I'm guessing like cosplaying, because she comes out in some schoolgirl outfit. But of course that ogre, he has no interest in that. So he didn't even look at her. He just say that she better put that back once she's done. And it turns out that Hydra Bell still having some doubt that Staz is completely innocent, even though she definitely believes Fumi's word. So Staz wants to go to the West Sector so he go talk to Wolf about that book, and we see these two very strange demons. I thought that they might be like birds or something from their face, but I'm not really sure what they are. But apparently they are the fastest demons that you can find there in the world, but they count their money so slowly. But eventually, when they get on there and they're taking them to where they want to go, Fumi gets, I'm guessing, car sickness, because it for the entire ride she's gonna vomit. And even that little creature thing that like chained her, it was even worried about Fumi throwing up on him. Where it turns out that Wolf was a lot closer than they expected, and they were actually going to run into Wolf. But of course, we all know that guy's not having that, so he actually cuts that vehicle in half. But of course, even though those guys don't have the money for it, they actually do get us something for repairs. But it turns out that even though it seems like Wolf and Staz are going to fight, they actually turn out to be pretty good friends. So of course, Staz wants Wolf to tell him about the book, but it seems like it's not going to be that easy. So they actually come up with a bet, and Staz we're going to use his powers to win in bowling. But Hydra Bell warned Wolf about that, and so Wolf changed it into a boxing match because Wolf is undefeated when it comes to the close range combat, because Staz says so himself that Staz is a far away attacker while Wolf is a close range fighter. So of course it made sense that they wouldn't want to fight close combat so Staz could cheat and win. But once again, this fan service for Fumi, it was approved definitely, but I could not help get a laugh at Wolf's reaction, how he was just bleeding so much from that, and how he basically fell for Fumi and held a short amount of time because he was saying that all he wanted to do was protect her because she seemed like a defenseless bunny. So of course these people were actually going to give them all, and right off the bat, Staz actually went for a grapple, and of course that wasn't allowed, and they were all thinking that Staz was using his own magic to heal himself, but he was actually taking Wolf magic and was using that against him. Now I definitely love that attack that Staz used. I believe it was called payback. Now that what did was definitely cool, but the thing is, actually, it made Wolf get so angry that he transformed. Now I'm thinking that because Wolf magic was so low, that right there might not be his complete transformation, because even Staz said it was half-assed. So I'm pretty sure that that's not all there is to him. But of course, Wolf is calling Staz out because he said that Staz is definitely up to something, and of course he put up about other people, so it made no sense why he was going so far for this one girl. So while Wolf was calling Staz out, he was actually going to go as far as to using his his power to kill him. But of course, Fumie, she actually gets in the way and she smacks Staz, and her crying gets him to stop because they are friends after all, and because Wolf was going him at the mouth, making Staz get mad, he was going to kill his friend. So it's a good thing that Fumie got involved. But of course, Hydra Bell, she had to get involved as well, and by her doing that, she made the entire ring, a door, and that took them somewhere else where they could be safe. So of course, after all that drama, Fumie was actually she was still crying and she had no idea that they went somewhere else. But when Hydra Bell got there, it turns out that she had the book all along, and of course when Staz gets it and tries to read it, neither him or Wolf can read it. And when Hydra Bell tries as well, she can read it, but actually it makes no sense because I believe it was a recipe. But it turns out that creature, he knows that they have to decipher it, and Staz figured out that the easiest way to do that is to go to the person that wrote it. And when he finds the author, he's literally in shock, and that's where the episode ends. But if you watch till after the credits, they actually show who wrote it, and it turns out that it's his own brother. Now, I'm kind of surprised that Staz had a brother to begin with, but it's very weird that his brother wrote a book and Staz didn't know about it. Now I'm wondering, maybe his brother is also so interested in humans and their culture as well, like Staz is. But it seems that him and the brother had some kind of troubled past. So I'm definitely wondering what's going to happen in the next episode. Cause I'm very curious about that. I definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen next. But as always, guys, that was it with my review. It was a very solid episode. I definitely like it. I'm glad that we finally get to see Wolf, and hopefully he actually sticks around because I definitely don't want him to be a minor character. I'd rather have him be a main character and have him stick with Staz and Fumie throughout the series because I definitely like Wolf and I want to see more of him as well. But as always, guys, please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe, please. But until then, you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.